Hey, how's it going? Welcome back to another episode of the Ultimate Ironman. And for the last couple of videos, we've been training construction. And so far, we've gone from level 85 to level 96 in about 150 hours of training construction. I want to take a little detour though to finish up Sarah before we go back to finish off 99 construction. The concave won't really be too useful for grinding out Sarah, so it doesn't really matter what order we do this in. I'll just show you what we have here at Hispori. I actually haven't taken a look at this stuff for a long time, but the main goal was to finish the stash unit, which is arguably the most difficult stash unit to finish for UIM, which is the Bandos Cloak, which we have, Bandos Plate Body, which we have, and the Bandos Godsword. We have the hilt, and we have two sets of Godsword Shards 1 and 2. So the goal for this video is, well, hopefully being able to obtain Godsword Shard 3. Ideally, I'd like to get 2 of them because we also got the Sarah hilt, but I just really want to finish that stash unit because we've been so close for so long, and it'd be just something really nice to get off my mind. In real time, it's been about 2 months since we've been to Sarah, and just to refresh your memory, if you forgot, here's where we're at in the high scores. I think we were rank 11 before, and now we're rank 12 right over here, with 799 KCs where we left off with. So I think there's a good chance that we'll at least get top 10, probably even top 9 this video. So we'll go put all the stuff away that we were using for construction, and I actually want to show you something with the looting bag. Alright, so I guess we used up like 3,000 teleports while training construction because we have like 2k of those runes left. These 3 runes are the ones that are going to be sitting in the rune pouch now. We can drop this, and we actually have to manually get looting bags back now. In terms of real time, Bounty Hunter was re-added into the game like a week ago or something. So I'll show you what the Bounty Hunter shop looks like now. Whenever Bounty Hunter is not in the game, in the Slayer GP shop, not the point shop, but the GP shop, you were able to buy looting bags, which Ironman could buy as well for 30k GP. And there were also rune pouches here too for 1.2 mil, but those were not accessible to Ironman, which as you can see, both of those are now gone because they were right here before. So we can head over to Bounty Hunter, and this is where the new spot is to purchase looting bags if you want to actually buy them, instead of just getting them as drops from wildy monsters. So if you go to rewards, there's a new shop. We have no points in the new shop, of course. I don't even know how you get points besides like peeking, but you can see there's a looting bag right there for 10k points. And then in the old shop, you're able to get emblems from doing Slayer, and I did do a little bit of Willy Slayer. I guess those are archaic points. And so I guess we still have 50,000 points, and the looting bags in here are 10,000 points. And I don't plan to do any more Wildy Slayer, although I don't even know if you could get emblems from Wildy Slayer for the new Bounty Hunter shop. So I don't know if that's even relevant anyways. But I'm going to save these points right here for only very dire situations, such as dying at Sarah and DCing, and if I'm not sure I'm able to get back in time twice. Just very extreme situations like that, because I probably will never be able to get any more of these points. However, I think in one of the news posts, I did see them mention that they would possibly add looting bags into the Slayer point shop, not the Slayer GP shop, but the point shop. So if that does come into the game, I guess these points here will be kind of irrelevant for me. But as of right now of recording this, at least if we die at Sarah, we will be able to get 5 looting bags, but hopefully we shouldn't even die 5 times anyways. As for right now though, I'm going to just manually get back from monsters in the wildy. It's 1 out of 30, which scales up to 1 out of 3, based on the monster's combat level that you're fighting in the wilderness. The thugs are the most common one that people have usually fought in the past, which are 1 out of 30, but they recently made that scaled looting bag change, and if you attack the red spiders, which are in like level 4 wildy or something, those are 1 out of 8, so those are the ones I will typically kill unless I'm kind of worried or nervous or something. I just want to be in level 1 wildy. Like there's a lot of people around, for example, because right now we are still in quarantine and it is the weekend. There's 150,000 plus people online. So hopefully it won't be hard to find worlds at Sarah either due to that, but luckily because the hop limit has been removed, hopefully it shouldn't be much of an issue trying to find a world. Okay, so we have just under 300k Zora scales left. Our stuff is charged up, we can put those in the bag, and we now have a full looting bag. But once we're able to finish that Godsword, we'll free up like, what, 4 slots with the shards, the hilt, the cloak, and the plate body. It'll be so nice to get that built. And if we do somehow manage to get a second shard 3, we also finish that Sarah Godsword too. And I guess I'd also free up an inventory slot from the other set of shards. Guess we should repair our barrows before we get into this too, because that was sitting at 25%. So we're all good for that. We also have a completely charged crystal shield, 20,000 charges on there, and that will last us probably forever while doing Sarah. We also got this thing built last video too, the Spirit Tree Fairy Ring combo, which saves a room. Yeah, That's about it. I mean, it saves room, so just wanted to flex this. I think we're good for potions. I think that should be enough to last us for, would that be like 300 more kills? Maybe. I completely forgot how many resources I had to use because it's been so long now. The only thing that we're out of though that we have to make before we go back to Sarah is Diamond Bolts E. So we'll probably make like 3,000 of them or something. I've shown this whole process before, so if you don't remember, go back like 5-6 videos or something maybe. Where I show how to do this, but I do the very budget weird way. I wear proselyte and I'm gonna buy some broad bolts and use the broad bolts with the ACB and prayer pots and proselyte, and it's pretty scuffed, and it'll probably take, I'll just let you know how long it takes when I come back. But yeah, I think we had just got to 97 range and we're 1,000,000 XP to level, so I wonder if we'll get 99 like this video or before we finish up with Sarah. Oh, we got a hard clue from the Aviancies. Another hard clue from Aviancies. There's been a lot of lag, and I'm in like the lowest ping world. It's like 14 ping. You can see how bad that lag is. So it is Sunday right now. The Deadman tournament actually starts May. Oh, that's a lot of lag. I clicked it right. Okay, well, the Deadman tournament starts on May 1st, and that is 5 or 6 days away. So hopefully it doesn't make it a lot worse. And holy crap, dude, what? Hopefully there's not many people like DDoSing the servers. Oh, here we go. But I think that seems to be a common trend when there's Deadman or a lot of PKing involved for tournaments or whatever. So hopefully we can get this done before then. Otherwise, this might be a more common thing to happen. But glad we're not at Sarah right now. Okay, I just logged onto my main to check, and it would appear that that world, just the world that I was on, is like emptying out for whatever reason. So I got unlucky choosing, oh, maybe that one too. Huh. These are like all the West Coast. These are like all my best ping worlds. They're all really low population right now, which is really weird. Wonder what that means. Yeah, look at that, dude. 36, 37, all these like double, no way, dude. All these double digit worlds right now. And I can't log into any other world that I'm trying. That's a little bit annoying. I guess I'll take this time to remind myself and to remind all of you to stand up, stretch, do some jumping jacks, drink some water, get the blood flowing. I probably won't do that, but do as I say, not as I do. Oh, dude, that's a rough DC. That is a seriously rough DC, man. I did actually end up taking a little bit of a break because it was getting late and I had to eat and edit videos, so I was AFKing at the Ammonite Crabs and got some clue scrolls, so we're gonna open those up and then we will get back to finishing off making those bolts. Oh man, this is bringing back memories from when I was grinding out Sarah and doing all the Ammonite Crabs, and here we are back at it once again. Yeah, we have that book done. Look how fast it is to enchant these, dude. I think it's like once every tick. It's like cooking karambwans, but with magic. There we go. All the Diamond Bolts E are done. We just made 1.1 million GP worth of them. And that took about 5 to 6 hours of in-game time if you don't include the Ammonite Crabs. Like if I was just straight up doing this, 5 to 6 hours for almost 4K bolts. I guess we're ready for Sarah now. It's been a while. I'm going to just like put that back in the Nightmare Zone coffer and get a few more things ready, get the potions out. And guess I'll see you back at the door. Dude, really? Oh, this makes me really not want to do Sarah. It's not my internet. And then I just reappear over here. But luckily I didn't end up being in Edgeville this time. Wait. No, it's desing again. Aw, bro. This is a bad idea. Alright, well, here we are. The KC at Sarah is currently 799. I meant to show the collection log. I'll just show it after this trip. From what I recall, we use up almost 15 bolts per kill, so we're set for over 200 kills here at Sarah. Let's have a good first trip back to Sarah for the first time in like 2 months, and hopefully not DC. And hopefully this clip ages well. There we go, 800 KC at Sarah. Okay, well that was the first trip back. It was a 7 kill trip. And let's grab out the collection log so I can show you where we're at. There it is. That is what the collection log looks like. Oh yeah, and just to show you the GP, we're about 39.3 million GP in Nightmare Zone. And in the money bag, we have 2.3 mil. This caps out at 3 mil, so I'm gonna have to empty that out soon into Nightmare Zone. But the nice thing about this thing is that with Nightmare Zone, you can only put in 1K at a time. You can't put in any smaller increments, but with this, you can put in close to the 100th most interval of coin. Yes. Man, it is really difficult to find the world. Just with this last trip, a guy logged in and got things and then logged right back out. So probably a lot of people trying to crash worlds too, just because of how hard it is to find the world right now. It is a Monday, so I guess the day of the week maybe doesn't even make that much of a difference. Hey, Saradomin sword, first drop since we've come back here. All right, what's that KC? 825. So at Alxfer was like 70k or something. 78k. I value the 666k. Ooh. That money more on my main than I value on this account, so I will be dropping that over to the main. I don't think we need too much more money for like the goals they have on this account. I mean, extra money is nice, but we have 99 construction in the bag, you could say, as well as 91 fletching, which we'll eventually boost to 95 to get the diary cape with that. And because I have a full looting bag, whenever I get Ranar seeds as well as Ranar weeds, I just literally plant them as I get them after each trip and then make the potions as I pick the previous Ranars that I planted before. So over time, while doing Sarah, my prayer pot stack does go up in case you didn't remember that. By the way, just as a reminder, this is a very risky boss for Ultimate Ironman, because if I die, I have to come back twice and getting the kill count there, because if you didn't know, you have to get 40 kills to enter the God Wars boss room. The kill count will take like 15 to 20 minutes or something, and then I have to make it back twice and also not die again after I get in there the first time, because I have to make 2 trips essentially because I have the looting bag. Don't forget, this is a very risky boss for Ultimate Ironman, so make sure you give this humble, reckless streamer your Twitch Prime. Thank you, chat. Oh, wait, this is the wrong platform. Oops. Hello, YouTube. But okay, collection log, boss, Commander Zilyana, that was the 6th Saradomin sword. Aw, man. Oh. Huh. Yeah, stuff like that just keeps happening. I usually don't show the dragon boots every single time I get them, but this is my 3rd pair of dragon boots this trip. That has not happened to me before. We are ending off today very, very strong. Got pretty lucky with this trip. We got a 12 kill trip, wrapping up the day with 855 KC. So we did over 50 kills today, and that's not the most important thing. Let me log out and we'll show you. This is the UIM Sarah high scores, and we are top 10 now, ranked 9 with 855 KC. Hopefully we don't have to get to rank 8 before we finish the Godsword, but we made it this far without it, right? So at this point I kind of feel obligated to try to not get the shard, just for the novelty of like seeing how far we can go without finishing the blade. Alright, well, we are off to Ammonite Crabs once again to AFK for the rest of the night. The reason why I don't do Nightmare Zone, by the way, is because I get AFK logged here multiple times per hour, and Nightmare Zone you have to pay GP. And I don't want to spend GP on this. Plus, I want to get those 500 easy clues done eventually for the large spade. You can see I don't have that much inventory space for absorptions or overloads anyways. Huh, I forgot there's a cap to these, so I guess I'm going to have to clean some of these small fossils here to make room for more. Another day, a few more easy clues, and we are back to Sarah. Any kill, man, that's what keeps me going. We could be done any kill. We got 900 KC coming in at Sarah. Really? I mean, I could just log out and find the world on a different account on my main, I guess, because my main's set up here. It's been a pretty long day of Sarah today. Wrapping up another day with 931 KC, and we're actually getting close to 98 range, so I guess I'll see you back at the Ammonite Crabs in a little bit with that level. I've never actually checked the amount of Herblore XP I've gained from a full day at Sarah, but it looks like we've gotten almost 10k Herblore XP just for making all these prayer potions as we go. 98 range, we are gaming for charity today, actually. You know, I thought cooking would be the next 99 on the account, but if we don't get this shard from Sarah, then it's probably going to be ranged. No easy clues today, but I'm pretty much ready to head back to Sarah, but in like 1 or 2 more trips, we'll have to suicide to get the Zora skills out of the looting bag to recharge the Serp Helm as well as the blowpipe, and get a looting bag back and put everything back in there. And one more thing I wanted to point out is that I was checking my stats on the high scores, and apparently now every single skill is in the top 1k for Ultimate Ironman. Fletching was the last one that we had over 1k, but I guess this last batch of Diamond Bolts E / the Broad Bolts I've been making for Ammonite Crabs has put us under that 1k mark, so that looks so clean to see. I love it. Alright, we got this hard clue from Sarah. We do have that book done already. Well, there's a... Whoa! Wait, what? Okay, that's really weird. We got 1 kill left for this trip though, what? This is like the oddest thing I've seen so far at God Wars. Okay, so here's the last kill of the trip. The last time we got a drop was at 825, and we're now at 986. Well, it was at 985, so 160 kills later, we get a drop, and that's about 25 hours of doing Sarah. So nice to see something at least, right? Gonna alch the shard and then drop the sword over to the main. And here's what the log is looking like now. All right, another pretty successful day at Sarah. We are almost at 1000 KC. I'm gonna have to Ammonite or maybe Sacred Eel fishing, not sure yet, but tomorrow will be the big 1000. Oh boy, can't wait. Okay, I am going to go Sacred Eel fishing, but I just thought of something as a way to like save a little bit of time and I'll have to die a few less times to Hispori. So what I could do is when my helmet is running low on charges, I go through hardly any charges on the blowpipe in terms of scales. Unfortunately, you can't just choose to uncharge or charge using a certain amount of scales. It just automatically fills up as much as it can. But because I hardly go through any scales in the blowpipe, I could do this a few more times before I do go back to Hispori. Okay, there's an update today, and with today's update, there's a few changes that affect UIM, so let's go show them. First thing is that Purdue, who is in a few different locations, now has 2 new items you can buy from him, the Karis and the Bearhead. So if we go trade him, let's see how much they cost. So Karis is 25k and the Bearhead is 10k. There's probably some niche uses for maybe the Bearhead for like getting back to your items, or maybe it's like a budget Willy item. Okay, so apparently the Emblem Trader in Edgeville now works as a coffer for GP and you can store your coins with him. But if we try to do that, it says that you have to be on a bounty world if you try to deposit. So, I mean, I guess technically you could be on the bounty world, but there's a lot of better places to store your coins for UIM. And now this one's probably the biggest one for UIM, especially for UIMs who are into PVM. The looting bag has now been scaled differently, and this is a lot more convenient for UIM. Before, it used to be 1 out of 30 for monsters that were low level. Now the lowest chance is 1 out of 15 for monsters that are 10 or below, and it only scales up from there. It used to scale up to 1 out of 3 from level 100s. Now it just scales up to level 50s, have a 1 out of 3 chance. So the thugs, I guess, will now drop it at 1 out of 15, and the spiders will, I guess, be even better than before, probably. So, with that said, let's get back to Sarah for today. Wow. 4th ACB before 1k. Alright, there's 1000 KC at Sarah. I never thought we'd see the day. Anyways, the 2nd ACB, of course, is getting dropped to the main. Well, not 2nd one, 4th one, but yeah. Hey, first kill back on this trip. We get the Sarah sword. What do I do with that? I have no inventory space. Dude. Oh, this is the best day of my life. Oh my god, we're done. Okay, let's just kill this last minion here, and we will grab our chips and guacamole. I'm so happy, I'm so happy, I'm so happy. Okay, wait, okay, it's in the inventory. We can go. Yes. 1,000, and what was that? 1,011 kills. Oh my god, I'm shaking right now, dude. Oh, we finished Sarah, besides the pet, of course, but it'd be cool to go back to Sarah to finish the 2nd blade after I get a dex. Bro, imagine me actually going dry for an item. I was going to show the collection log so we can see the final collection log of 1011 Commander Zilyana KC. So let's check that. Bosses. Here we go. The final collection log. We finally finished the Godsword blade. Yeah, we will have to finish that 2nd blade for the Sarah hilt that we have. I'm not going to worry about that for a while. We'll also need a ZGS eventually for that stash unit because you can store a ZGS by itself. But okay, we have to go to Hispori and get all of our stuff out of the looting bag, and then we can make the Godsword. Oh my gosh, dude. Oh, I'm so hyped. Before we build it, obviously I have to do this. I can't just not do this, you know? Alright, let's go to Varrock and then we'll combine these things together. Dude. I love this so much. There we go. The Godsword blade. Let's put down the BGS first. Dude. Bandos Godsword on the Ultimate Ironman. Holy crap. You can also remove the blade anytime you want, so we can dismantle it. Yes, and then put the blade on the Saradomin hilt. and now we have an SGS. Dude, that's so tight. Ooh, let's check the age with Hans. Okay, 161 days for the Godsword. Granted, I didn't go straight for the Godsword, but this is the time it took to finish our first Godsword. And of course, everything else we've done. Sit. Rat. And here's the SGS spec. Dude. Oh, for those of you that don't know, by the way, I guess I should explain this and what each of the Godswords do, and yes, I know my voice just cracked. The BGS drains the stats of your enemy based on how much damage you do, starting with defense. The main places that BGS would be useful for would be Corp and Vorkath, and those are the first ones that come to mind. I'm sure there's more as well. And then what the SGS spec does is it heals your hit points and your prayer based on how much damage it does. Although there are certain situations where it won't do damage, but you still get healed for what you would have hit, like at Karasks, for example. Even though the SGS doesn't actually work on Karasks, the effect of the special attack still works there. Okay, but now that we have this, we can build arguably the most difficult stash unit in the game to get built and filled for Ultimate Ironman. Alright, Hard Casket. Yo, that's actually really good. We need that for the Bandos Godsword stash unit. The Master Stash requires the Bandos Plate Body and the Bandos Cloak, so we're going to be keeping this on us for a long time. This is really good to have. Yo, dude, the Bandos Cloak, oh my god. Okay, wait, that's a good thing because that's what we need for the stash unit, but now we have to hold on to that for a long time, so... dude, that's good. That is a good thing. That is an excuse to go grind Bandos in the near future, now that we have the Warhammer too. No way! Oh my god, what the hell? Oh my gosh, dude! We actually got it! Dude, this game's so easy, man. Just get the drop. The Master Stash that took over 1,000 God Wars kills to be able to fill, and getting lucky with a couple clue scrolls as well. It's now built and is now filled. The BGS is safe. Deadman mode starts tomorrow, so I'm extremely glad that we got this done now because I have a feeling the servers might start getting DDoSed, and God Wars is not a place you want to be DDoSed on Ultimate Ironman. Now, what's the next plan on the account? Well, as you probably know, I've had a lot of time to just sit there and think. About 1,000 Sarah kills worth of time to sit there and think. And I think the next thing I want to start doing is prepping and getting ready for something I've been waiting to do since like the start of the account, and we're pretty much ready for it. Couple last few items I want to get, but it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be a good time, and we're gonna get the squad together. And with that said, we are ready to begin a new saga. I love you all, and I'll see you again very soon.